Hi, I'm Conan McKegg, creator and writer of Two Naked Gay Guys, and I love movies. In particular, I love queer films, and I have a lot of them. So, every week, I'm going to introduce you to a different queer movie and give you a review about it. There's going to be comedies, romances, a couple of horrors. It's going to be a load of fun. Most of the time, at least, I promise. So, this week, before I get started, just for all our fans of Two Naked Gay Guys, the show is coming back next week. We've got a whole new series of storylines and exciting adventures coming along, as well as a new series other than this one. So keep an eye out for that. But today, I'm talking to you about Call Me By Your Name. So I put out a call on Twitter the other week about which film you wanted me to start off with reviewing. The choices were Call Me By Your Name, Beach Rats, and Love, Simon. And probably not surprisingly, Call Me By Your Name came to the top. Now, this is a film set somewhere in Italy in the early 80s, where Elio, a young man, decides to throw all his shirts out so that he can spend the rest of summer topless. Like, topless. For a lot of the film. Kids got no gains. Anyway, he meets Oliver, who is a student who has come to study under, spend 6 weeks with Oliver's academic father, who we're led to believe is some kind of university professor. I'm presuming historian or art historian, although he may be a philosopher or a linguist or something. It's never very clearly explained, but he is very smart. As is Elio, who can speak at least 3 languages, can play multiple instruments, and talk at length about philosophy. So obviously, Elio and Oliver spend a good few weeks hate flirting with each other. Hate flirting, really. Elio just does not seem to like Oliver at all at first. Now, eventually they come to realize that they want to do more than debate philosophy with Elio's father. They want to do each other, in the Greek way. And that's where most of the film really takes off, in theory. I love Call Me By Your Name. I need to get that down straight. This is a beautiful film. It is beautifully shot, has an amazing soundscape that really transports you to its location. There's this beautiful scene where Elio is sneaking upstairs to have a look inside Oliver's room, and as he's walking up the stairs, the sounds of doors banging, wind rustling, insects and animals outside, it just feels like you're there. And when you're watching it, you just can't help but almost feel that sense of summer, and that's an amazing gift for the film. And Armie Hammer and Timothée Chalamet are standout performances in this. They really sell their characters. Elio is kind of a bit up himself, but he is very intelligent and he's very charming. And Oliver is all cocky brashness, but is really kind of a dork. Check out the scene where he's dancing in a nightclub. So we really get a good feel for these characters. And as they sort of begin to fall in love with each other, we begin to learn more about what they're wanting out of life, but not. And I think this is where we come to my problem with Call Me By Your Name. While there is definitely chemistry between the two actors, it's almost a best mates chemistry as opposed to lovers. They have some good moments, but there's always a sense of intellectual detachment between the two characters. And I'm not sure whether this is an intentional decision or if this is just something that's kind of come out of the process of filming. Often when you're working with two actors who have chemistry, it can be hard to tell how that chemistry is reading on the camera all the time, because you may think that it's reading one way and then to another viewer it reads completely differently. And that was something that came across to me in Call Me By Your Name, was that for some people it might be hitting it on the spot. For me, I guess I just kind of want something a little bit more emotionally raw. Having said that, towards the end of the film, Timothée Chalamet in particular really hits his stride, and the final scene in the film is one that stays with you a long time after the credits have rolled. It's a beautiful moment, and it is a testament to Timothée Chalamet's talent as an actor. Yeah, so there is that. And my other concern about the film is that it felt more like it was shot for a heterosexual audience than a queer audience. And I'm not saying that all films should be targeted to a queer audience, but I find it interesting when you do see a film that's clearly targeting a straight audience when it's telling a queer story. Something that Call Me By Your Name does do is it's very almost uncomfortable with showing us the intimacy between Elio and Oliver. So this is a film about intimacy growing between two men, and yet a lot of the time the camera drifts away romantically, which is a very old-fashioned way of doing things, and often it doesn't communicate romance. It kind of communicates a discomfort in showing us that intimacy for too long. And I think that might also add to my feeling that the chemistry between the two characters never quite gels the way that it seems to want to. The one thing that I really do want to make a note of that I think is fantastic is that this is not a gay film. This is a film about two bisexual or possibly pansexual characters. Elio and Oliver are shown having emotional and physical attraction to women as well as each other. And it's never commented on. It's never treated as they're lying to themselves about their feelings. It's just a thing. And I really appreciate that. I may be gay, but I do love seeing an effort to show bisexual and pan characters in a way that doesn't feel forced and doesn't ignore that they're bisexual or pan. And it is just a bit of a shame that a lot of media have sold this as a queer film, as a gay film, and talk about the characters as if they're two gay men. I don't believe that they are. Most of the story doesn't sell to me that that's really what the film's about anyway. So yeah, it's quite good that there is more of an attempt to show more than just gay men and lesbians. Although I do believe we probably do need a few more lesbian films out there as well. Yeah, so Call Me By Your Name. I liked it. It is a good film. It's a beautiful film. It's something that is worth sitting through and just letting it wash over you. I do have some reservations about it, but hey, I'm a fussy guy. So next week will be another film. I will put up some options on our Twitter account at Two Naked Gay Guys. And feel free to drop me a line with your thoughts about Call Me By Your Name and whether you liked it or didn't like it. Also, you can leave comments below, and you can also reach me through our Instagram, also Two Naked Gay Guys. We are going to have a whole heap more cool stuff coming along, and I can't wait to chat with you more about it. So, until next week, catch you around. Ciao. I'm going to have to watch a lot of films. Whew.